Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. My name's Joe. Drink of the day is a cold can of Red Bull. And finally, I've been playing some more Purple Black Luffy. Been really excited since my initial plays with this a couple of weeks back on the dev version of the sim to give this a go into, well, all of the other meta decks. This build is heavily based on a build by TM87 Like Us on X. He got second place at the Oviedo Regional over in Florida just yesterday. I did make a few changes to sort of after some games and some things that I was experiencing. I'll mention the changes, then we'll go through the deck list. If you want to skip straight to the gameplay, timestamps are in the description. So the change that I made is he had one copy of Gum Gum Lightning, which I'm not a huge fan of one-offs a lot of the time. So I did cut that. I also cut one each of Luffy and Katakuri, and I added 3 more searcher events, just to increase the consistency of the deck. I feel like with 8 searchers, your curve is just so much more reliable to find. He also had 4 of this Sanji, and whilst I definitely do see the merit in being able to do like double blockers with Frankie when you have the Beer Luffy on the board, as long as you're like really high on Dons, I was sort of missing ramp a couple times, so I cut the 4 Sanjis for 2 more Marias, an extra Sanji, and an extra 6 cost. I really do like the 6 cost. I'm a big 6 cost super fan, and I think having more chance to see at least one is really helpful. Also, the Sanji is really nice on curve. It increases your aggression, especially going second. Playing this as like a backup to Beer Luffy is really good. But if you like the 6 cost Sanji, I mean, it's certainly not a bad card, right? Especially if you don't feel like you need as much ramp with the Maria. You could easily just cut some of these for some of these. But either way, now let's go over the full deck list. So Luffy is a purple black leader, 4 life, 5k, Don X1, your characters get bigger. +1 cost helps a lot into just random breakers. It stops 9 cost Lin, putting this in life, protects this from Raging Tiger. It makes it so that your Frankie can attack when there's a 7 cost Buggy on the board, which is quite funny. And it also takes your Frankie and your own army outside the range of like random rest things like a Flame Split, maybe an Ezo, a green Ezo if you're playing into a green deck. It's nothing game changing, but it is pretty good. And then once per turn, in your turn, when 2 or more Don cards are returned to your Don deck, you can ramp 1 Don as active and 1 Don as rested. So we're going to make use of powerful Don -2s, and then use our leader effect to not lose Don tempo. So we are a purple deck, and we like to ramp as a result. We've got 4 of this Zoro. He does, to all intents and purposes, Don -2, then ramps 1 as active, and then he'll proc your leader effect, ramping you up by 1, giving you 2 more Dons as active, which is pretty nice. You've also got the Robin that does exactly the same thing, except she is locked to Don -2, and she's a 2k, but she does have 1k less power. This is a really nice consistency card for the deck. Previously, when you didn't see the Zoro, the deck kind of felt like ass, but now that you have this Robin as just a decent backup, it feels a lot better. Also worth noting that you can just do Don -1 with Zoro to effectively play him for 2, which is pretty cool. Also got 4 of the Maria. Maria, at the end of your turn, she puts loads of Dons back. And so, for example, if you play this on 3, you use her effect, go up to 1,000,000. Your opponent's at 2 Don, presumably. You're going to go back to 2. But then your leader effect's going to proc. It's still your turn, and you're going to be at 4. Getting you a really bad ramp, but a ramp nonetheless. This is the only ramp you can consistently do into Blackbeard. Although, typically, they will probably let you ramp, just so as to not lose a 1,000,000 card advantage. After that turn, you want to see Beer Luffy. Beer Luffy is insane. 6/7 brick on play and when attacking. Don -2. If your leader is multicolored and your opponent has 5 or more Don cards on the board, your Straw Hat crew type leader's base power becomes 7,000 until the end of your opponent's next end phase. So this just comes down, makes your leader a 7k immediately, as long as you meet the condition. And then every turn that he sticks on the board, he attacks and makes your leader 7k again. It's really bonkers, and this is really the reason why this deck is good now. It's worth noting with both this and the Luffy that gains Rush when your opponent has 5 or more Don, there are some decks that will go low. Reiju, obviously, can go low. Green-Purple Luffy's another one. And so into those decks, you've got to be really careful with the Don dance to make sure that your opponent has 5 Don when you're trying to use the effects that you want to use. Because they can go to 4, and it makes it quite tricky. And indeed, our other 6 cost is the EBO2 Rush Luffy. I've seen a lot of builds on 4 of this. I'm happy at 3 because it's expensive. But, you know, you could go to 4 if you like. This guy, he's your closer, right? He attacks him for 7 Rush. Attacks him for 7 Rush again. You pile Dons on him to make him bigger. It's really good. Even just playing this on curve and attacking for 7, it's hard for your opponent to attack into this, like on sort of what would be, I guess, their 7 Don turn, because they want to establish their board. If they're spending all their Dons to just attack this, it's kind of fine. In terms of top end, I've got 2 different ones. We've got 2 of the Kata. He's really nice on curve. If you can go like 3 Don Zoro into 6 Don Luffy into 8 Don Kata, that's like a super clean curve. Because then you'll get the Beer Luffy's buff on the second, on the swing, even if you don't get him with his on play. And you get a Kata down, right? It's very, very powerful. Don't want too many of them though, and you do have a decent amount of draw with this deck, so I'm kind of happy at 2. And 2 of the Rush Luffy. And honestly, the more and more I play with this card, the more I don't really like it. It's good, and it's searchable top end. But I feel like I don't want to do 9 Don for this most of the time. I'd rather play out like a blocker when I get towards that end game to protect sort of our mid-range characters. Maybe go with the Sanji. So I'm sort of been whittling this down. I may just cut this again in total eventually. I know Jonas did quite well with a list that wasn't playing this, which is really cool to see. So we'll see on this one, but I think he's on borrowed time. In terms of 2Ks, we've obviously covered the Robin and the Maria. Also got Usahachi because he's the best purple 2K. And then in terms of blockers, got 4 Frankie, 4/5 1K counter, blocker, on play, Don -2, trash 1, draw 2. Combos with your leader effect, of course. Be careful with these Don -2s though, because if you're using this and a Luffy, that's Don -4 and that's significant. However, the cycle is very good, and just being a blocker with a meaningful stat line is nice. Also got 2 of the Nami. It's the trash 1, draw 2 blocker, right? It's Frankie, but it doesn't cost you 2 Don, but she does have very low power, so she's vulnerable to like random red KO effects, and obviously can't swing. Then in terms of searches, I've got 4 of When You're at Sea, You Can Fight Against Pirates. There's the top 3 for Heart, Kid, or Straw. So I can search literally our entire deck outside of Black Maria and the 2 Katakuris. Everything else is a target, apart from itself, I suppose. Nice that it can grab Law, because you can chain, which is pretty cool. And indeed we have 4 Law. He's a character searcher. You're playing 4 of him. And then at the end, 4 Gum Gum Giant, of course, and 1 Jet Gatling, because we do have quite a few bricks. Though if you were to cut these Luffys for like non-brick cards, you could probably look at cutting this Gatling as well. There's a bunch of different cards you could include in this. Obviously, we've talked about the Sanji. I've seen some people including this, the 3-cost pudding, sort of offset the amount of Don -2s you sometimes want to use, which I think is quite interesting. Nika is always an option. If you don't have the 6-cost Luffy, you're kind of forced to play Nika, because you do need a closer, and whilst I don't think he's as good as the 6-cost, he is a closer. Ragnarok is another card I've seen people using. This is better in the next set in OP12, because there's more 8 costs that you really want to get rid of. But even in this format, just getting rid of Katakuri is very relevant. This Brook is a really nice play on exactly 6, especially if you ramp with Zoro, because you can't get this guy's effect anyway, unless your opponent also ramps. So playing out the Brook can be really nice for establishing board presence. And it's pretty good into 8-cost Kid. And Gamma Knife is a little 2-Don event if you're really scared of 8-cost Kid, if you think your locals is just going to be full of green decks. Gamma Knife's not bad, and it is searchable off both When You're at Sea and Law. I'm sure there's other cards I haven't mentioned, but that's enough waffling for now. Here's some games. Got a game to Blue Purple Luffy. I just played this guy once before. We won. He did make a mistake, so we're hitting him with the game 2. Sounds looking pretty good. We've got Robin into Luffy. Let's keep. We're going to pass it over on 1. See what he's got on 2. Likely nothing. Robin Blocker. Ah, okay. That's pretty cool. Robin Blocker's pretty cool. It's an interesting card. I've not seen that very much in Blue Purple Luffy. Recently, I've been seeing the Doflamingo Blocker, but I don't know. I'm not. Every time I've run into it, my opponent has just lost. I've not lost the game with any deck against the Dofi Blocker Blue Purple Luffy yet. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, okay, this Robin Blocker. Sure, that is interesting. Just hit him with a 7. Probably counter this one with a 2k if he has it. Unless he doesn't have ramp, in which case, you know, you've got to imagine he'll do the ramp. He'll take gambling for ramp. Excuse me. Speech is hard. Extra red rock, yeah, why not? Pass it over here. Typing's hard. Yeah, 9 cost Mihawk's pretty cool for getting rid of Beer Luffy, right? Because you can play him off Sanji and then just bottom their Beer Luffy. It's also really nice into, well, this Luffy. Sanji puddings that have been buffed by Boat. I think the 9 cost Mihawk stocks could rise. 7-5, absolutely, sir. No way in hell I'm countering that. Well, simple plays sometimes are the best. See if he's got the red rock on 7, but to be honest, I don't mind. I've kind of got another one. We're kind of cooking. 8-6, he's likely to take or block. I imagine he'd take down to 1, but he's got to be careful because we play this, right? Yeah, I think that's a fair way to play into Buggy. I do find the Mihawk is quite nice, though. It extends the staff. Either way, let's see what he's got here on 7. Gear second, very nice. So he's going to get to use the leader effect as soon as next turn. See what he's got for the remaining 4. Will he attack with the Bon Clay? 7-7. I want to keep this, is the problem. If he attacks for 10, it's pretty brutal. Or even 9 is pretty brutal. Might just give it 2k here. Might just give the 2k. Another Robin blocker, sure. What do we want to do? I think we want a Sanji here. Gonna rest down the Bentham. Do 4 into 1. Just get rid of this. This guy's a threat, right? Because if we remove the Robin and he keeps the Bentham, that's something to pressure us with. I wasn't thinking he would have another Robin blocker. Maybe could have just took that 7. Not sure. I was scared of the Mr. 2 hitting again. But maybe shouldn't have been. Maybe shouldn't have been. Either way, let's go with this. We'll return 2. Get 1. They don't play anything. The bottom's a 6. They're not playing Sables. Even that hits anyway. I don't think is there anything that hits specifically a 6? Deathwing? Does Deathwing hit 6? I can't remember. Let's go 7. Then we'll go 8. I'm gonna hold 1 for Giant just in case we need it. He's taking the block on the 7. I'm happy with that. We'll go 8. Does he have a gear second maybe here? To counter that, that could be pretty good. Even 2k, 1k is fine. Taking down to 0 is scary, though. Taking down to 0 is scary. Works for me. Works for me. And now he's got his leader effect, make no mistake, but he's not going to be able to force many cards out of us. Can take out the Robin for sure. But yeah, it's going to be hard for him to swing into us unless he plays out Rush Luffy, but if he plays out Rush Luffy, he's kind of not got any blockers. Yeah, you can. The Robin did her job. There's the Lin. Can't get rid of anything, but does get him a life. He did bottom the rest. Ditches a Kata. Seems good. He's going to pass it over here. So I think I'm going to go with this. You know? Just start swinging for 8s. Is that right? Do we ever go with anything else? Start with 8 from Sanji, see what happens. Ain't no way you're playing Sables trigger, bro. Ain't no way. 2k, 1k. Works for me. If we do this, we've got 7, 7, 8, 8. Good pressure. It's really good pressure. We can still hold on for Giant. No, we can't. We can't hold on for Giant. Let's Go 7. Feed giants. How bad a spot are we in? Not that bad, because he can't use leader effect. So I think I'm going to force the issue. We'll force him to have it. There's the giant. Yeah, he goes down below 8 Don, which is the magic number. Yeah, I mean, he's still got to counter another 8, right? He's still got to counter another 8. So he's going to be very, very, very low on cards. Is that it? Does he have another 1k? Is he... Did you see? He's GG's. Yeah, GG's. I guess he doesn't have any more counter. Like, even if he has, like, another 1k there. Yeah, well played, man. You played well. Even if he had another 1k there, he what do we have? We have 2, 3, 6k counter. Like, if he plays, let's say he plays Lin, right? He plays Lin, removes... He can remove something, actually, which is pretty big. Could remove this. Swing 9 and 7, we save it. This can't do anything. We still have 3 swings into him with no dons, so... I don't really see a way for him to win there, in all honesty. Even if he could have countered that aggression there. But well played to our opponent, he played well, and let's move on. Got a game into green-purple Luffy. I think I'm going to take... First. It's a solid curve. We don't have Beer Luffy, but we've got Ramp with Zoro. There's Beer Luffy. Very nice. We've got a good start. Good start. And the thing you've got to be really careful of in this matchup is the Don Dance. Because they go lower, which can turn off your Beer Luffy and turn off your Rush Luffy. It gets really weird. It does get really weird. But we've got a decently solid curve here. So we'll go 3 for Zoro. Use the card action. Send back 2. Come on, get back 1. I'll go with this. See what we get. Frankie's okay. He's okay. Do you want Frankie or do you want Law? I think I'm happy with the... What are we looking for Law? There's nothing really. So I think I'll just take the Frankie. Then we'll attack for 6 and he'll very likely take. Yeah, green-purple Luffy doesn't counter the first hit. Unless he's playing into like Belo Betty, maybe. Okay, he's got the Zoro. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, that's always correct. We'll just have to let it go. That's a shame, though. That is a shame. We'll take this first swing. Cool. We're going to Beer Luffy regardless. Even though we didn't get the buff. And we'll do 6 on 5. Get a 2k out of him. Or get the Zoro. Either's fine. I think he's likely to counter and save this. Yeah. But this is going to start losing value once we do this. Yeah, there's the Sanji Pudding. Draws a card. Very nice. Restands 3. Really good pressure. So he's going to be able to swing 7, 8 if he wants. Oh, we're going to counter that one. We'll give 1 Sanji. Likely you don't need 2. Yeah, we'll take. This is for 4 Zorojuro. Zorojuro. Robin blocker. Zorojuro. It's about the best thing you could have done there. Very, very, very powerful start for our opponent. It's got the green Zoro into this combo. It's crazy. What did he take? Luffy Taro. And that's going to be online next turn, which is... That's intimidating. I think I want to go with Kata here. Because we're going to be at 7 for hopefully the rest of the game, I don't really value taking this out that much. So I'm just going to swing it lead. Yeah, I don't really value taking this out, because if he wants to put 2 Don on here, it's kind of a waste. He's got literally the dream, though. If we can beat this guy with this curve, it's looking good, because this is terrifying. Like, look at how powerful this shit is, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Another boat as well. Cycling them out. Sanji Pudding, don't really care. Sanji Pudding, it's just, how many boats he got, bro? It's crazy. Yeah. 7 to 7. No. Because this could be... This is another 7. Ooh. I might just go blocker gaming this turn, honestly. Yeah, no. Never in a million years, man. I'm afraid this can easily get trashed off the own army. Then we've got the Frankie. I really want to see Giant, obviously. Let's see if we can get a Giant. It's not a Giant. We can get an Usahachi, though. He's pretty good. And he dons, yeah, he's at 6 dons. Okay. Do I want to take a turn to play board? He's got a lot of board. Like, this is a scary board. But if we're going to have 2 blockers, I think we might be alright. We've got to do something first. Let's do this first. Trash this. There's Giant. Nice, okay. So this gives us 1 back. Don't really value putting the Don on this. It's better off swinging 7 first, though. Yeah, we'll swing 7 into 6, get a 2k. Two, 3, 4. Swing 8 into Zorojiro. I wouldn't mind removing 1 thing. That would be nice. That would be nice. If he wants to give it us. He doesn't. Okay. Let's go once more. 8 into 6. Okay, Giants down to 4 Don. Which is Luffy Taro. Okay. Now we get in the weird spot. Deploy this, use the card action. Turn 2. Trash the 0 cost. Not amazing. Not amazing, but we've got triple blockers now. Which is cool. His Usahachis are not online, so he can't rest them easily. We're at 7k. We've got a Don open. We've got a big Kata blocker as well. The 3rd Sandy Pudding comes down. Okay. This guy's cooking. He's actually ramping with his leader effect now. It's so ridiculous. This deck's crazy. This deck's actually crazy. He's going to buff this one. Why not? So what have we got? We've got 8 here. We've got 8 here. We've got 8 here. And then probably 7 here. Let's go no blocker and give it 2k here. Well, we'll do the same again, I guess. What's this going to be? 9? And then 6 gets eaten by Kata. Trash this. Buff. So that's very good. No. No. Cool. How many dons is he on? He's on 7. Right. So he can't giant twice. So this never loses rush. This never loses the buff. Should be in a decent spot here. Can we... I mean, it's never guaranteed. It's never guaranteed because he's still at 2. Don't think we can ever afford to play for board, though. I think we've got to go for it. Start with 8. It's going to giant on that. Cool. So 8887. 888888. It's really bad, actually, isn't it? It's quite bad. It's quite bad. It's not looking good. We don't have giant though. We don't have giant. We can go 6, 7, 7, 8. We have to counter a 6 and 7. But it's not really any different from having to counter an 8, right? And then our blocker's tapped. Oh man, this is hard. Do we go for it? I don't think he can. Do we just die? He can't Hatchy. He can rush Luffy. I think we've got to go for it, you know? And I think the better play is... So we have 1k for this, and then a 2k from that life. Oh, he has to have 2k, 1k from all of the lives. This is better, I think. I think we're cooked, though. I think we're cooked. Oh, not the lunar trigger, bro. GG's. GG's. Damn. Oh, he had 2 lunar triggers. We lost to the lunar trigger, man. Oh, man, that sucks. 2 lunars, bottom 2 life. It happens. I don't think there was another play. Maybe I could have gone bald there. He only had 2 1Ks. But it's so risky, right? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I should have gone board there. Like, the Kata would have took out... In an ideal world, if... Yeah, the Kata could have took out a Spud. What are we getting off the top 3 of the event? Is there a giant there? Oh, that might be the 3rd card. I think the 3rd card's a giant. We could have fighted at sea into the giant. Held this up. Oh, maybe I should have gone board. Maybe I should have gone board. That was a good game, though. Let me know in the comments if you think I should have gone board there. I just didn't feel comfortable with, like, 2 bricks. Because if this whiffs giant... And he has, like, a couple 2Ks. We just lose. I guess if he had the top couple 2Ks, we lose anyway, so... I don't know. Let me know what you think was best. Man, to losing like that sucks. Got a game to Betty, and shockingly, he's chosen 2nd. What a surprise. We've got the Ram. We've got... This is okay. We don't have the Beer Luffy, and we don't have any searches, though, so I'm going to mulligan. We've got... That's a pretty... You don't get much better than that. Let's be real. We'll take this. We're going to need this to go for game at some point. The Rush Luffy, the 9 cost is not very good. He's got the Belo Betty Searcher. Did he mulligan? He did not mulligan, so his hand must have the Ivankov. Oh, there it is. Even if he didn't have it, he has it now. No double Betty Searchers is always nice. We're going to go with Zoro. Use the card action, send back 2, ramp up. And I will swing because they don't play that many just triggers. Most of their triggers based on life. And currently at 8. So there you go. Watch him get a... Was it again? What's the... Of course! Man, there's so few triggers in their deck that are just play this card now. Most of them aren't even playing Morley. It's usually just Lindbergh. And then you've got like the yellow Karasu. It is what it is. It is what it is. But that sucks. That really sucks. That means we're going to have to counter a 5 and a 5 this turn. And he just gets another guy on the board. Oh dear. We're in trouble. What can you do? He's taken a lot of time to think about how hard he's going to slam that Ivankov on the board. I don't think there's a single play in the Betty deck that takes a minute to think about. We've got to counter both of these, I think. So we're going to have to take smally swings. It's going to be 8. Doesn't buff. Works for me. Now, well, I'm going to continue to try and apply pressure. What's the odds of him getting more triggers, right? Okay, he counters that one. That works for me. Bang, bang. We're not going to get the leader buff, but it is what it is. We're going to apply more pressure. Just keep pressuring face. Dog, if this is another trigger. Oh, come on, man. It's miserable, man. Absolutely miserable. Well, we'll see. Here comes his 5-cost Ivankov. Okay, that's going to summon something. We're going to have to go for a very dodgy lethal very early here, I think. Inazuma comes down. Yeah, this is not looking good. Oh dear. First 2 life being 2 of the fucking trigger, always live triggers is crazy as well. Especially because he had another 2 in his hand. Man, that's brutal. It's brutal. What can you do? What can you do? Lindbergh's going to be small. Betty's going to be small. These are all at large. 5 into 5 will... Let's go. We can't defend it anyway. 6, absolutely not. 7, absolutely. And then we've got 8. Absolutely. I think we have to take them all and then consider whether we want to just go for lethal this turn. Because we do have 4 swings, right? I can do 7, 7, 8, 8. It'd require him to counter a 7 and an 8, or get a lucky trigger. Another one. I think we go for it. I think we straight up go for it. Okay, he does have the counter for the 7. Well, it just comes down to, are these 8k counter then, right? Or a trigger blocker. You best not get Karas. If this is last life 0 cost, who even playing 0 cost in Betty? This is last life 0 cost or last life Karasu blocker. That will be the worst thing ever. Not 2-2Ks? Not 2-2Ks on time? Not 2-2Ks? Hey, let's go. We've defeated the beast. Man, that was scuffed. Can't believe it, man. They play so... Who even plays them? Who plays like Morley and 0 cost? That's crazy. Anyway, well played to our opponent. I think he played well for what he had. I think there was like... He should have been summoning things with the Ivankov, right? And attacking. He had the one turn we just didn't attack. And like, I get it, you don't want me to attack your board. And it would have been a totally different game if he had attacked on that turn. But like, come on. I gave you a trigger. You've got to press the advantage there. You've got to press the advantage. But either way, well played to our opponent. Let's move on. Going first into Buggy. Solid curve. Let's keep... We've got the Zoro, we've got Law. We'll hopefully find a 6 cost off of the Law. Yep, we'll get that one, I guess. And then pass. He's fine to play on 6. Opponent can't really pressure it on their 6 Don. So it's not bad. He won't game rush, but what can you do? What can you do? He's going to get a Mr. 3. That's not a great search. No doubt he'll go searching again. See what he finds. Interesting to see what techs he's playing in his deck. Is he playing Raging Tiger? Is he playing Pudding? We're going to keep it simple here. Use this. Send back 2. Turn 1. Ramp up. And then just swing in for 7. And then we'll end the turn. Very nice. 4 Don. They don't have a great play on 4. Can swing with a Mr. 3. Or can just play Pilaf. So this guy is on the Pilaf. Also on the Cross Guild event, going to grab a promo Buggy. So this is the only swing our Zoro is potentially going to get. 5 and 5, absolutely not. Do I want to ramp? Not really. There's nothing to ramp to. I'm not ramping to this Sanji. So let's just keep the 0 cost. That'll be nice next turn. That'll be very nice next turn. Let's go 5 with Zoro. He might consider countering. Yeah. And we'll go 5 with Leader. Counter again. Wonderful. We'll go with that. He doesn't gain Rush because our opponent didn't have 5 Don. But it's still just good to have on the board, right? Because next time we can go with Kata. We're kind of farming. I'd love it if he swung, for example, 6 into Zoro. Because I'll just let the Zoro go. And then next turn we can potentially even use the Luffy's effect, right? Which is really good. We'll get so much pressure. Yeah, foot Buggy. Okay, so he's going to swing 6 at lead. I might counter so that we can swing with this next turn. There's a Croc Hawk off the Mihawk, sure. I think I'm gonna. It's like, while we don't have the Beer Luffy, the Kata is so good defensively. And he uses an event, sure, to end off his turn. See what he gets off the event. But yeah, we can use this effect next turn. We're going to bring 2 back with leader effect so we don't go down on Don. And then we can just apply some pretty crazy pressure here. Another Mihawk. Yeah, still no Beer Luffy. But like I say, I think it's fine here. Oh no, we don't have 2 active Dons. Shit, we don't have 2 active Dons if we do that. If we go with the Sanji, we do. But then we don't have the Kata. Let's go with the Sanji. If we do this, return 1. Press this. Game 1, game 1. Is this this doesn't seem great. I can't lie. Shame this can't attack. He's just got so little pressure this turn though, right? We're going to when you're at sea. Gets a Pilaf trigger. That's 2. Is that 2 Pilaf triggers? I feel like it. No, I don't think it was, but it feels like it. So many. The Pilaf triggers are so tilting. Okay, he's going to pass. We're going to pass it over there. See what he's got on 8. He shouldn't be able to really deal with our board. Next turn, we do need to go with a little bit of defense, though. 5 on 5, absolutely not. Does he want to swing with a Mihawk? He's going to go with a Pilaf. And this guy's found all the rice. That's 3, right? Yeah. Feels good, man. And then we got 5 Dom, but what is it for? We'll never know. Ditches a Croc Hawk. Plays out a Croc Hawk. Very nice. Now he's finally getting rid of board presence. This Buggy's fine. It neutralizes the Zoro. But it kind of doesn't do anything. Because it can't attack, right? It just sits there. Carbagy. Not an amazing play. But it's fine. There's the Beer Luffy. Do we want to go with that? Likely. Get the defense going. Seems good. We're probably going to go with when you're at sea as well. I don't think we're going with this turn. Let me do the math. Beer Luffy, we have 3 active. We could do 7-7. Still have 1 for when you're at sea. We do just die to Raging Tiger, though. We probably don't need to do this. Although he is going to Red Rock. Sorry, Buggy. You know what I mean. Let's start off with 7 from Sanji. That's a simple swing. It's always happening, always the same. It's going to take. Okay. I don't think Kata's ever the answer. I think the Luffy is always the best play. It's just, do we want to do that? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. I will swing with it, because there's no reason not to. And I guess we may as well go 8. Yeah, and then go 8 with this. No, let's do the event first. See what we get. We do get giants, so we'll leave one up for that. Sure, then we'll go 7, 8. No effect. He can like block 2k, block 1k. Sorry, block 2k, block 2k if he wants. He's going to block 2k that one. Is he going to block 2k this one? Did he forget? Does he forget Mihawk's a blocker here? Does he forget this can't attack? I don't know. Either way, let's just pass it over. One of our guys is going, it should always be this, but sometimes they just make mistakes and go with this, right? They look at this guy and he's like, he's a 7k leader. Got to get rid of it. This is the threatening card. Like, this is good. This is crazy. You know? Ditches Mihawk. Could, in theory, get rid of both. That would be bad. That would be rough. Does get rid of the EBO2 Luffy first. Very nice. Does he have a second Buggy? Although it must be said, if that's his turn, he has one swing of 7. Which ain't great. It's not his turn. 9 into 7. 3 for 8 into 7? Or 3 for Pilaf, one or the other. He'd never swing with this, that's a throw. We're on 8. I don't want to go. I don't want a giant. So we're going to zero cost. What are we zero costing? Is it Luffy or Kata? I think it's Luffy. I think it's Kata. I don't think I want to play defense. Maybe I could have played defensive here. Not sure. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. What's his 3 for? We swinging 8? Are we swinging 8? He's debating swinging with Mihawk. You can't do that. You can't swing with Mihawk. Ain't no way. We've got to save this at this point. We've committed to the save. There's no way you swing with Mihawk, bro. There's no way that's correct. There's no way. Now you have one less blocker. We can just go with that as well and rest his other blocker. Yeah, seems good. Rest this. And then we'll just start going with sevens. We'll put this here first, just in case there's some kind of trigger. Sable's trigger would remove our Sanji. Yeah, with like 4, was it 7, 7, 8, 8, something like that. So it's too much. Too much for him here. He shouldn't have swung with his Mihawk. That was a massive grief. Yeah, GG's. GG's. Yeah. Really good game. Yeah, GG's. I think just swinging with that Mihawk was the only, like, real mistake at the end there. It's like, I have a Don open. I could be bluffing Giant, but I don't know. I think you have to assume that I have the counter for the Sanji. If he had... Although, to be fair, even if he had the Mihawk up, it wouldn't have mattered, right? Although we only drew this because we gianted. I don't know. You be the judge. Well played, your opponent. Let's move on. Going first into Nami. Not with a hand like that, I'm not. Looking pretty good. I'm liking what I'm seeing. We got this, we got that. I think we'll just take the Sanji here. Sanji, pretty solid. It's another 7k swing. Let's pass it over. I'm going to play this out because they don't have a way to deal with like this on 6. He's got the funny Hiyori. Why not? I put some kind of stinky trigger in there. It could be a red rock, I guess, to get rid of our Zoro. I think I'm going to... I'll just go with a 5. I'm just going to go with a 5. What is this trigger? Satori, sure. I wasn't thinking about Satori, I'll be honest. I forgot about him. Let's put 1 Don on leader and end the turn. Yeah, I forgot about Satori. I was thinking like Kikunojo, right? Or an event, but it was Satori, of course. Why not? And there's this 7-7. We'll take both. Do I want to ramp? I wish he would ramp. No, I don't think I do want to ramp. I want to keep the 0 cost, just because it's pretty good. Yeah, I'll take again. Annoyingly, we don't go to 7k, but what can you do? Let's go 5 into Satori. He's going to defend it. We'll go 6 into Satori. Yeah, I don't think we're in a great spot here. That trigger was not one I was expecting. Should have played around that potentially. That was big. That was big. So right, from next turn we'll be able to stabilize. 5 into 5. I'm tempted to just say no on that one. I think the Robin is the most useless. This is 6 mum. This is 6 mum 100%. How comfortable am I sitting at 0? Not very. Not very. Next time I think we're always Sanji. I think I want to save this though. This has got to be 6 mum, right? We'll have to trash their life. He doesn't have a Don on his leader. $2k check or 7-9? I think I prefer 7-9. That is a lot of Josu's, my friend. Okay, he's counting out with everything. Right. Well, let's see if we can not die here. Ain't no way that last card was 8 cost kid. Oh, not the friend. Brutal. That's crazy. So we got 7-7. Are we going to try and take out the Zoro? 8. 8 to 7, absolutely not. That's bad, though. That is bad. That is bad. 6 to 5. Well, at this point, I think we're kind of committed to saving everything. So let's continue to save everything. Beer Luffy off the top. Sometimes rewarded, I guess. Feels good, man. Feels good, man. Let's go 7 into Linlin. Cool. Let's go 5 at life. He's going to use leader effect. Works for me. We'll trash. 10 back 2. Gain 2. I'll keep 1 open for Giant, I guess. I mean, it doesn't matter, really, does it? We could Frankie. We could Frankie here. And then just sack off the Frankie. Honestly, I don't hate it. We can trash the 0 cost. Try and get some better options. Cool. That works for next turn. We've got some nice options there. Shirahoshi is fine. No. Kata, I think, is the move here. That's very, very good. It doesn't really matter. Let's just telegraph our play. So that I can sort of play in the most optimal way. No point. I don't think there's much point swinging with this. It does guarantee that the Sandy swing goes through, actually. Yeah, let's do the 5. This is guaranteed. This is fairly likely. Nope, takes the block. Pass it over. Nothing to do. Game 1 rested. Yeah, that got a bit scary with the Satori trigger, but we were able to stabilize, and he has conceded. Very nice. 8-5. Yeah, GG's. Well played to our opponent. He had a great start, but I was quite lucky to draw that extra Luffy. But to be fair, even if we just went with Frankie that turn, I think it was fine, because we were going to clear the opponent's entire board. So it didn't really matter. But either way, well played to our opponent. Let's move on. So thank you for watching. If you did enjoy the video, do consider leaving a like and subscribe. It helps me out. Let me know what you think of the deck. Let me know what you think of the list. I think this deck still has a good bit of versatility. Another one that I forgot to mention before is the Black Sanji. The 5-cost Black Sanji is fine. It's good into aggro, of course, but can sometimes be tricky to find the timing to play it. And it's another brick that gets stuck in your hand. So not sure about the 5-cost Sanji at the minute. I think it's good, but there's a lot of options for this deck. This is the build I've been going with at the minute. If you think your build's better, if you've got a really spicy tech, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.